This is BNN, the most trusted name in nonsense.
It is.
Think we should record this?
I don't know if we should or not.
Well, we never know if we should until after we hang up and say, that was pretty good. We should
It kind of starts. It kind of starts when it starts, The way I look at it, it's two guys with strongly held yet unfounded opinions.
What about the third?
One guy doesn't have a clue.
Okay.
That's the first test.
I'm just going to say that's what we draw the short straw as to which one gets that moniker.
Well,
I'm willing to volunteer.
We call this the DullardsClub, and we're doing it again this week. So what's going on this week?
I don't know what made me think, but I'm sure it was one of the many books that I've read about these people. But this is going to be one of those chicken and egg questions. And it has to do with groupies.
Oh, okay.
Do guys start or join bands to get women, or do women flock to guys because they're in a band? And
Both.
Why? I know there's a whole thing. I'm just sort of curious to get your gut reaction, because why else would Keith Richards ever be with a woman? Why? And you can name.
Man?
You can name, well, that too, I suppose, but you could name any number of people. In the back of my mind, I've often thought, because every single book I've read, they spend more time in bed or in the back room or in the green room than they do on stage, for God's sakes. They got staff to pick women, but they can only choose these people because they're out there and they exist. So I guess that's what I mean by chicken and egg. I would love to know, what's the mentality of the woman? Are they hoping to marry this guy? Do they just want to be a star screwer? Or do they hope to just live the lifestyle as long as they can?
There's a level of excitement that a certain portion of the female population feels for bad boys. And that's what a lot of guys in rock are. It's the same rationale or the same reason why women correspond and try to have relationships with serial killers.
With prisoners.
Yeah, there's no reason other than the fact that they're notorious or infamous.
Okay, so it's not the rock star thing, it's more the bad boy thing.
Well, it's the notoriety thing. It's
and with that money. I think with that.
Well, in some cases it's money and it's notoriety, but it's there are a certain group of people. It's like women who fall for the bad boy in general, who isn't even a rock star. They treat them like crap, and they still come back for more and more. That's not all women; it's just some women.
I was going to say, okay, so let's turn that around. Do men have that same kind of thing with women?
Men are attracted to anything.
Well, that's a very, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I said, what the hell am I saying? I guess that argument goes right out the window. So that was my interesting thing. I was curious to get, and I know that there are probably websites, and there's even some phenomenon, I forget what it's called, but that goes into heavy detailed analysis of why that exists. It could be just as simple as you stated. It's a bad boy thing, it's a rock star, it's an image, it's notoriety in a sense, celebrity, whatever. It's a whole celebrity thing.
It also could be the use of new drugs that are out there in the marketplace. Well, that's
a very good point,
For example, Rexulti. I heard that one of the side effects for Rexulti is unusual urges.
Really?
So it could very well be that they're all on Rexulti and they just have an urge that they normally wouldn't have to be with a rock star. Is
Rexulti one of the weight loss things? Is that one of the
I don't know what it is.
No, is that what Rexulti is? I don't know the name of the drug.
Well, that is the name of the drug, but I have no idea what it's for.
I forget what it's for. But the interesting thing about all these new drugs that are coming out onto the market, a huge percentage of them say may cause suicidal thoughts. Why?
Come on, all the while they get the pictures of people playing tennis, they've got a book of all the side effects, may cause everything from
weenie
yeah,
type.
but everything from minor discomfort to death. I started reading through. I said, "You got to be kidding me!" And now they also read it. There's audio listing it as well as just the tiny text. It's like, who the hell is going to, in their right mind, listen to all this? Like, let's see, skinny or possible drop dead. I don't know.
And the interesting thing is I would bet you that a significant portion, if not the majority of doctors who prescribe this stuff never read all of that friggin' garbage that comes along with it.
Probably. They may have read it at one point. Pat, you've been hanging back these last couple weeks. You should have a gem by now.
I'm on Tremfya as well as
What is
Rexulti. It's, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to do, but my doctor gave it to me, and it told me that my lower intestinal lining is visibly improved. Would you like to see it?
No.
Did you feel tremfiant after taking it?
I feel extremely tremfiant.
Go ahead, Rich.
I'll make this quick. We were talking the other day about how nice the weather is getting, and over the weekend it was actually kind of nice. A couple of days were 50s, 60s. So I decided to go out and start walking again because I hate doing that during the winter. It's cold and windy and whatever. So I get about, I don't know, a quarter of the way through, and I passed by this park that's down the street, and I stopped and I saw something moving. And they had the whole park fenced in, so I couldn't go into it. But I stopped and looked, and there was a turkey walking around inside the park. And I'm like, well, that's not strange in the suburbs, but I've never seen a turkey in the city.
That's a good point. I was going to say, they're pretty, I don't want to say common, but it's not unusual. It still scares the crap out of you.
Yeah,
well, I wasn't so scared.
It could have been dropped in. Maybe they were dropped in by helicopter or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen rabbits and rats, obviously, and mice and stuff like that.
I love that. And rats, obviously.
But in any big city, you can't avoid them. They're always there. But, I mean, you never see deer in the city.
That's a good point.
And turkeys, they're just as rare.
That's a very good point. We still see snapping turtles occasionally on the roadways, those.
Well, I mean, you're out in the hicks.
I'm not in the sticks. But
they got electricity out there yet?
Yeah, running water and everything. There's no more outhouse. We got rid of that a few years ago.
As we take over their habitats, the turkeys are running rampant, running into the city. The coyotes are following them, probably.
I should share with you at some point a picture. I looked out the window and said, what the hell is that on my car? It was a turkey on the top of my car. And then there were a couple more in the driveway. And you go out there, it's like, you don't want to piss them off, but you want to shoo them away. It's still to this day weird to see them flying away.
Do you think that he was doing that because he was trying to keep warm since all the heat rises, or was he trying to assert dominance?
He might have thought so, but he was on the roof, not on the engine, not on the hood.
Well, so then my second point was maybe he was trying to assert dominance over the other turkeys.
That's true. That could well be.
And with that,
yeah,
I hear that there's a certain time has come up once again in this podcast. It's time to stump the dullards.
Who wants to go first?
What do you have?
This might be a little tough, but you know Bob Denver.
Sure, Gilligan.
Right. Yep.
Dobie Gillis, Gilligan.
Maynard G
Krebs. Yep.
Now, here's a side trivia question. What did the G stand for?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
At one time, I did know.
One of those trivia things that you heard once, you go, that's interesting, then you forget about it until somebody brings it up again.
Is it just G?
Griffin.
No.
Gaylord.
No.
Gnome.
You're never going to get it, I'll tell you.
Okay, thank you.
The G stood for Walter.
Okay, there's a story there.
Actually, there is no story. That's all he ever said in the TV show. But anyway, after Gilligan's Island, Bob Denver did what a lot of TV stars does. He goes off and he does guest appearances and does bits on, like Love American Style and crap like that. But he did three TV series after Gilligan's Island. He did one called Dusty's Trail, I think, which was basically a ripoff of Gilligan's Island, where it was in the Old West and he was on a wagon train, and the wagon train never ended up getting where it was going. Yeah, Dusty's Trail, and he did Way Out Space Nuts, which was a Sid and Marty Krofft thing. But the question is, what was the series that he starred in immediately after Gilligan's Island?
Wow, I thought he dropped off the face of the earth.
No,
He almost did, because most of the stuff, the series anyways, only lasted for like a year.
Can you name us another co-star?
I will tell you that on this show, Alan Hale Jr. and Jim Backus, the skipper, and Mr. Howell, made appearances.
Really?
Oh, good.
Not as their characters.
Not as their characters, but also Joe Besser made an appearance.
Really? Oh, good.
Baby Joe.
Cut that out.
I'll make this quick. His co-star was an actor called Herb Edelman.
Oh, I remember Herb Edelman. I can picture him.
What was Herb Edelman in besides this?
Like
really?
that.
Oh, he's such a,
Bridget,
you would know him, such a character
like
actor.
Bridget Loves Bernie or something,
Okay.
one season TV show kind
Big,
of thing.
tall guy, half bald. Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah. The series that he was in was called The Good Guys. It was basically a series about two guys who owned a restaurant, or one of them owned a restaurant, the other was his best friend. And it didn't last very long. It was in 1973, I think.
See, I'm very impressed.
It didn't
Rich,
make
that
74. I'm pretty sure of that.
I'm very impressed with Rich, because you just sort of getting this stuff off the top of your head, or you've memorized the information. I'm hesitant now to share my stumps, because it seems that we've been falling into an old TV trap. And most of the stuff that I thought of are all related to TV. So do you have anything, Pat, that's not television related?
I've got a Pink Floyd question.
All right,
will.
sure, go for it.
Or just a factoid. How long was Pink Floyd's milestone album, Dark Side of the Moon, on the Billboard Top 100?
I wouldn't be surprised if it still is.
It was over a year, definitely. I can't remember how long, but I've read this before. I just can't remember.
And just the top 100 albums, right?
It was the top 200.
Okay.
So that would extend its tenure.
Longevity.
Yeah. So
all right, then I'm definitely going to say still.
It's 19 years.
Really?
That's amazing.
And it came out when?
and
70
some odd
what?
weeks.
Came out
73.
And
But it's definitely earned.
here's a little trivia. Well, not really trivia. It's a nonsensical information that means nothing to anyone. I've never heard the album.
The DullardsClub, ladies and gentlemen.
I've never heard Pink Floyd's. I mean, I've heard. Is Money on that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only thing I've heard from that album.
You're kidding me.
Nope. I was a top 40 guy. That's all I listened to. So, and Money was played on top 40 radio.
Yeah.
With the cash register and everything. So, there you go.
Well, do yourself a favor and check it out now.
You know what? There's a lot of good stuff. Movies, TV shows.
Well, wait. Now, you can't get away without letting people know that in addition to never having listened to Dark Side of the Moon,
Right.
you have also never seen Star Wars.
Any of them, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I've shared that tidbit in the past.
I could
It's still
almost
amazing.
I could almost match that, but I did see the first Star Wars.
Did you really?
I did.
You
I
never
saw
saw
it.
any of those?
No, it never got me. I don't do fantasy well. When it comes
What's
to
stranger yet is I did see Spaceballs. And I think it was only because the kids were
based on Star Wars.
To this day, my kids are so excited that they're making Spaceballs again, and that Rick Moranis is going to be in it.
Have you guys? Does the same carry over to movies like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings?
I've seen the first Harry Potter maybe. I haven't seen any Lord of the Rings, nor have any intention to.
You got to see it.
Man, I don't care.
It does carry over to Harry Potter. Harry Potter never made the list for me. I did see the first Lord of the Rings. Is that the one with the where they've got The Hobbit?
Just the fact that it was the first fantasy movie to ever win an Academy Award for Best Picture has got to intrigue you.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
You think so, wouldn't you?
There are a lot of things that people think are pretty cool or neat, and I don't have any opinion on them at all. So, are there any other stumpers?
Well, I get stumpers, but they're all TV related, and I've got
go ahead, throw them out there.
Okay,
just at least throw one out.
All right, we all probably have watched and are familiar with MASH, obviously, the TV show, the movie as well, but the TV show for the sake of this trivia thing. My first thing was not unlike your Mandela effect. Am I misremembering? How long did this series run? I'll think it ran for 20 years and it ran for 3. But do you know off the top of your head how long MASH ran on air?
I would say
7 years.
How many?
I was going to say 7.
7. Yeah.
11.
Wow.
11 years.
Yep, right. September 1972 to February 1983. How many episodes? 256.
Isn't it weird that nowadays a season of TV is like 15 episodes, but back in the day it was like 30?
Yeah, big deal. It is. That's why Survivor's in its 50th season, for God's sakes.
Well, a season of the Dullards Club can last 3 episodes.
It could, yeah.
10 episodes.
Depending upon how lazy we get. Or how questioning we are. So the other half of that one is of the two. And I remember Henry Blake and I remember Colonel Potter. Do you know who was longer?
I think Sherman did.
I think Sherman
Potter did.
Sherman Potter did.
And how long did Trapper John last?
They had spin-offs. I remember they had spin-offs.
Oh,
Do you remember what the spin-offs for MASH were?
After
Trapper
MASH.
John, MD.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got them both. There was one in between. It was a single episode pilot that aired once featuring Radar. Do you know what that was called?
No.
Oh, no, I don't.
It was Walter with between the E and the R, a little star like the MASH thing, MASH kind of thing. So,
and
but
it
you're
lasted
right.
one
After
episode
MASH,
or one season?
A single episode pilot aired once.
I think they canceled it because they couldn't meet his contractual obligations. He wanted a case of grape knee-high on every show.
But speaking of drifting off, in case you're out there and you haven't drifted off yet, it's time for us to say our goodbyes here on the Dullards Club for this week, anyway. And as you know, you can always get a hold of us. Whether you want to or not, we're everywhere. We're on.
Well, I think they have to want to. I don't think they're going to catch us by accident.
Oh no, that's where we get our listeners.
That's true. The only way they're going to find us, right?
All right. Well, to that end, we hope you have a great week. We're getting ready to sign off as we do each week. You can reach us at thedullardsclub.com. That's our website. And you can also reach out to us on YouTube, leave a comment or a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever you do on YouTube. Same thing on Spotify. And we're also available. If you have Alexa, you can tell Alexa to tune us in. And
Alexa, play some crap. Okay, playing the Dullards Club.
She might just do that. I don't know.
I have a feeling they should clarify Dullards, because every time I look it up, I get the Dollar Club.
Wow.
True. Well, that's our pay for the week.
Yeah.
That's artificial intelligence for you.
And on that bank note, we will see you next week.
All right.
Abersham.
Sayonara.